right, so we're winging this, right?
Yep.
All right, so what is this exactly?
It's just
It's our podcast,
fucking bullshit and
right?
technical talk because I don't
Right.
know what the fuck I'm talking
Hello.
about.
I'm Steven,
Jake.
and we had planned originally to do a semi-technical gun review of the Bond Arms
He did and brought me into it.
Rough and Rowdy.
You're
with
rough
the
and rowdy.
3.5-inch barrel. That's the full length of it. With an actual shot shell, you have about an inch of barrel, practical barrel. That was our original plan, but we got distracted by
Hateful Eight.
The Hateful Eight, which is a good gun movie, ironically.
Yes, it
Some
is.
iconic firearm. I should say iconic firearm. Some beautiful historical firearm pieces in that film.
Well, you also introduced to me the guitar
Yeah.
that got smashed.
So if you don't know this story,
I didn't know this story.
Daisy Domergue in that film plays guitar.
Yep.
Which was on loan to them from a museum. Because Tarantino is very interested in having real historical pieces in his film. I think some of the firearms were also historical pieces. I need to check this. I've not fact checked any of this.
Except the guitar part.
Right, which is a famous story. Kind of. If you haven't heard it, now you're hearing it. But
You're hearing it from us.
Domergue was supposed to play the guitar. And then they cut. And Kurt Russell, right?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Kurt Russell is then supposed to smash the guitar against one of the beams in the house.
We've had a few.
Yeah, absolutely. After a cut, well, Quentin Tarantino, our fine director, is showing off his Call of Duty koozie. Tarantino supposedly, it's not clear if it was malicious or if it was negligence. Russell thought that the guitar that he was smashing was the replacement, but it was not the replacement. It was the authentic 150-year-old guitar that he smashed into pieces. If you watch that scene, you watch the actress who was playing the guitar. I don't remember her name at the moment. She goes, wait, what? Something like that. I can't remember exactly what she says. But she doesn't.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she doesn't say it to Kurt Russell. She says it not to camera, but you can see she's saying it to the people on the set.
Yep.
Because she was completely aware that she was playing a 150-year-old
Guitar.
Civil War era guitar.
And you just can't remake those.
Yes, no, you can't. Needless to say, some filmmakers or some people in the film industry, which is what I'm trying to get into,
Yep.
have a problem with what Tarantino did because it's made it much more difficult to get loaner historical pieces.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely. People like Tarantino is never going to get another beautiful loan piece like that. It
No.
just won't.
ever.
And that museum has laid out a strict rule against loaning out to Hollywood productions.
Which is absolutely ridiculous. Right. Like, what? Why even put the guitar under that risk when you can just make it? I understand the authenticity of everything, but you could literally just make a replica, which is nowhere near the value of that guitar.
No,
just
but
got
Tarantino,
smashed.
like there's some directors who do a thing where they'll have like actors put things in their pockets,
Yeah.
that are relevant to the character, and
But still,
no,
you can replicate all
no,
of it.
that's labels away because you know what, they're not paying us.
But they should.
Bud Light,
Come on,
dude,
Post Malone, get us the hookup.
Did you see on Joe Rogan?
Yes, of course I did.
Like
I
didn't-
watch every episode. I'm
I
trying
didn't-
to become big and famous so I can go on Joe Rogan.
I
That's
didn't
the only
watch-
thing I care
I
about.
didn't watch the Post Malone fully,
Oh, I did.
but did he talk about the reason he bought Bud Light? Did he like
No,
shout out Bud?
no, it's just his thing.
See?
He just likes it.
So you think Post Malone just drinks Bud Light and
Yeah.
they threw him a sponsor? You don't think he brought the light? I can't get it all on the screen. It's funny.
Good, because
Right.
we can't
They're
afford that.
paying us. You don't think that he brought that on because he was sponsored?
No,
You
no,
think
he got sponsored afterwards.
really?
Yes,
Okay.
I knew that. Like, I don't even like Post Malone that much. Like, he's alright, but I'm a heavy metal fan.
I just
so.
know he made a lot of people mad when he said he didn't listen to rap for fun.
He
Pleasure.
listens to my shit.
Yeah,
He listens to the same shit I do.
He listens to like country, western, and like rock.
And no, he listens to A Day to Remember, which is my favorite band. Yes.
Yeah, so he listens to a totally different subset of music than he performs.
Which is kind of smart, to be honest.
Yes, that is
like
smart.
you're sitting there making the music you don't want to listen to.
It makes you a very diverse artist.
And at the same time, it makes your perspective unique to what you're making because you're not mimicking anybody.
Well, who's the guy, Beck? Who like plays everything? I don't know.
I don't know who Beck is.
No, he's like a guy who like does all his own instruments or something. I don't know exactly, but anyways,
sounds like 9 Inch Nails to me.
Diverse artists, right?
Well, have you heard of
Get back here with you instead of sitting up all prim and proper?
Well, you ain't got to stare at the camera the whole time, do you?
Well, I should stare at the camera.
No, you're talking to me.
We need to get the Joe Rogan set up so that way,
I know.
when I look at the camera, I'm looking at you.
No, it's off to the side.
Because I'm looking at you through the camera.
Yeah, but the camera, we're looking at each other.
So they do
the
this.
The camera's offside. Well, you can engage.
All right.
I mean, that's not a problem.
Right. So I'm actually going to do something just because I need to do it, which is to say.
What was I saying?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, you know Panic at the Disco, right?
Okay.
The lead singer.
Uh-huh.
Do you know his name?
No.
Damn it! I wish you did. Oh fuck! But the lead singer of you remember? I chimed in with. Haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the door, no.
You can curse.
I don't say that word.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I say fuck, shit, damn. I don't say that on another one. I was personal preference. Y'all can hate me if you want. I don't care. But anyways, every other band member left but him. So he is literally
retained the group.
No, he retained the name. Like
right.
He owns the name.
Right.
Panic at the Disco.
Okay.
So it's literally him singing, drumming, playing the guitar, mixing, producing, all that. I don't know if he's producing it.
Well, no, he's probably not producing.
But he's extremely talented. Like you look on he's got a YouTube channel now too. It's fucking ridiculous.
There's a lot of guys out there like that in music, but
Post Malone can play the shit out of a guitar.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like the shit out of a guitar.
I see.
He said he was playing. He said this on Joe Rogan too. He said he was playing Guitar Hero, and he wanted to play it for real. That's what got him into playing guitar.
Well, considering this video is a mix-up of like 7 different things.
But that's the thing. That's a conversation. Conversations go where they go.
It is a conversation, but we did say that we had a subject.
Yes.
Which is, this is a ridiculous subject.
He's got the gun from Men in Black.
Yes, the noisy cricket. So it is a Derringer. I'm just going to do this for people who are obsessed with seeing that the barrels are clear. It's empty. There's no live rounds.
There's people obsessed with the barrels being clear?
Yeah, no, they don't even like when you like, if I do that and I'm pointing at the camera, they're like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I'm not pointing at you. I'm pointing at the camera. And that's being transferred.
That's stupid.
Well, no, that is silly, but I understand safety.
No, it's not silly. It's stupid.
Anyways, there's no live rounds.
Come at me, bro.
We don't have live rounds.
No.
Anywhere we know of.
No. Well,
within reach.
He probably does.
I would have to go home.
Which is not close.
Trust me, if I wanted to shoot this guy, it would take me about an hour. And then I have to let him know that I was leaving.
You wouldn't shoot me.
No, I wouldn't. I would not shoot.
I'm too nice.
No, I wouldn't. But no, it's clear. So you can see that there.
Yeah, you can see the patio door through it.
Which, the cool thing about this handgun is it's by Bond Arms. It's a thick joker.
Yeah.
And it is in the style of a Derringer. I can hold it like this, but against my hand, it's pretty big.
It's heavy.
You're stronger than me, right?
I guess.
This guy does manual labor. I go to university. That's what it is.
This is a manual labor beard.
Right.
This is college beard.
This is having to shave my face because my family says,
you look scruffy.
No, this is a story in and of itself. So I said, I made an aside to one of my family members. I said, in the military, the reason you're not allowed to wear a beard is because a beard interferes with the seal of a gas mask.
Yep.
I said that to them. And they said, well, does it interfere with the seal of a medical mask? And I said,
No,
there's these things.
it's actually more of a filter.
The levels of practicality of a face mask, it's probably not actually significant. Well,
You can't say that.
now my family's forcing me to. I can say that. No, it's probably not within the amount of seal difference for a face mask down here that my beard's gonna call. I keep it thin. I keep it relatively short. Probably not gonna be the difference between if I get sick or if I don't.
I mean, there ain't shit making it through my beard. My beard's like the fucking Amazon. You never know what you're gonna find in there.
Crabs.
If I had beard crabs, I'd think it would be a new disease. Have you ever heard of it?
You want to know the real reason I shaved? I ate too much ass.
Crabs.
Okay, so let's talk about the firearm.
Okay.
Let's just do it. Because we need to get around.
Okay, so we have a novice and a semi-expert.
I would call myself a novice.
I'm a novice.
Because you have guys who really understand firearms.
Yeah, but you're closer to being. That's why I said semi.
I really
He
appreciate.
is not a professional.
I really appreciate firearms on the technical side and why they're made the way they are. Like, there's a lot of people out there who like things that go boom, and they have a lot of money. They buy a lot of guns
And never fire them.
Well, no, they shoot them a lot.
Some people just buy them and never fire them.
What I'm saying is, there's people out there who can buy a lot of ammo, and they have a lot of wrong-headed. That's my college word. They have a lot of wrong-headed ideas about weapons. So, Bond Arms, chambered in 45 long Colt, 410. It also takes one other sort of weird 45 round. I can't remember the name of it, but hell of a lot of punch in this little weapon. So what's unique about it is that it competes with the Torch Judge. The Torch Judge is obviously the 6-shot revolver, chambered in the same thing. Very big marketing own, right? Competes with another revolver. This is basically the same thing by another company. And then everybody shits on them. Everybody says, that's, if you sell a weapon that's 45 long Colt 410, what you're really selling is a 410, which isn't actually a practical shell for anything but very limited bird hunting, like small game, dove, pigeon, and even then, you might as well go up to a 20 or a 12 for taking those animals.
The distance.
Right. Well, it depends on the length of the barrel, the choke, some other stuff. But a lot of companies, after the Judge came out, created defensive rounds, diverse and versatile rounds in the 410 bore. Chambering? I don't know how to finish that sentence. But what I'm really wanting to talk about is that I think this is a great gun. They market it as a snake gun. Great for killing snakes.
Close range.
Right. Very good for that.
Right on the point.
It's a point gun, very much. If you're putting a shot out of it, like snake, point, shoot. They have sights on it. All the YouTube videos I've seen have had guys like sighting these things off of handgun. Well, hang on, give me 1 second. I've seen guys sighting these things off handgun rests.
What?
Again, this is a 45 long 410.
How's it long?
It's just the cartridge.
So
the 45 long has a rim on it, so it's the same shape as a 410. There's rim and rimless, which is just the shape of the round. So the 45 long fits in here.
I'd have to see him to be able to distinguish the difference.
Read between the lines here a little bit. If somebody tells you it's in 45 long, 410, and it's that long, it's a 410. It's not 45 long. It's 410.
We've had beers.
Yes, we have had several.
More than
so
several.
The point is those sights are on there because guns have sights. It's a point gun. And it's a Derringer, which also makes it a point gun. This gun's meant to come from here. Fire. I'm putting my hand there so I don't know. I put my hand there actually, but habit, right?
It's a bad habit to have.
Well, it's a martial arts habit, protecting my backhand so I can push any grab away from it. But with a gun,
watch back fist.
But with a gun, great habit to have. Like, oh no, you're trying to grab my hand, bang, perfect.
Okay. Hole through hand.
Right.
DNA in suspect. Or break in person and then also contaminate him with AIDS.
All right. So the biggest point I'm going to make about I'm so lost on what you just said. So the biggest point about this thing is that it's a scale up of older model Derringers.
Looks like a scale down.
No, it's a scale up. Way up.
Looks down.
So the problem with scaling something up from an ergonomic standpoint.
Whoever made that gun is not overcompensating. I'm just saying. It is tiny.
So the problem with scaling something up from an ergonomics standpoint. Shut up, buddy. Killed our people with earphones. Scaling up, ergonomic standpoint. There we go. Fourth time.
Let's be honest. No one's listening to this.
Is that your body doesn't scale up, right? Like, what a Derringer's meant to do is have that hammer accessible. With this firearm, from a shooting grip, which if you actually read the manual recommends a relatively low shooting grip. Right
Don't
about
point that at my dog. Hey. Gun safety.
I know. Right about there. My fingers aren't on the trigger. It is a single action, but I will have to cock it for this example. So safety is now on. Recommend
Firearms and alcohol. This is a great podcast.
That's the name now. Firearms and alcohol. The actual manual. So hang on. I actually have to show this. Recommends a grip right about there, which is a little lower than you would expect. But that allows you to just reach up there to get it down. This is something that would require me to use like algebra and math and graphs to explain. But
yeah, you can edit that in.
Well, no, we're not going to edit it in.
You could.
I could. But the thing is it's a mechanical disadvantage of your thumb.
It just kind of sounds like he's being lazy.
No, it's a mechanical disadvantage of your thumb. Look at that.
Come on, young Jamie.
On little guns,
you can do this.
That's very easy to pull back. On this big gun, if I put my hand up here where it feels right when I grab it, no matter what I do, I'm not going to be able to pull that down. Like, so here, I'll give it a big, meaty grip. You might prove me wrong here. Big, meaty grip. Put your hand in the trigger area and, don't muzzle me that hard. Like,
what am I doing?
So is that comfortable? Like, so here, let go with the gun real quick. Now just grab it, put your finger where it feels right.
Yeah.
Right? That's where it feels right. Try to cock that gun. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I carry shit all the time.
You were up here. Wait, how do you do that? Let me watch that one more time. I need to actually watch your hand. And you may have just fucking proved my point wrong. What part of your thumb hit that?
That part.
Your middle knuckle?
Yes.
Okay. So it's... I thought that he was pointing it with the pad of his thumb.
No, I don't do that.
No, okay. So that's how you're supposed to do it. I'm like, oh, wait, how did he do that? Okay. So the point of this is your ability to draw the weapon, point it at a target, and pull it back with the pad of your thumb, which preserves your grip a little more. That's the concept. When you pull it with the middle of it, you end up with a little more kick out the side and you have to
So I got to do it? So how do I got to do it?
In principle.
Yeah.
Hey, of course, you can put your hand up there and you can do that, right? You can do it with that middle knuckle and pull it back where you're really palming the weapon.
Yeah.
But in principle, when you point the weapon, excuse me for pointing it in your general direction, folks, you're pulling it back with just your thumb. If I had the other single action, I could show you. Mm-hmm. But in principle, with a single action, you're pulling that back and you're not totally maintaining your sight picture, but you're generally maintaining your sight picture.
Let me try that.
So, like, point it.
So, like that.
So find a good, like, use the center of the Google image there. You see how your hand comes out of shooting position?
Yeah.
Right. So the ultimate point here is that because they've upscaled this, can't really maintain a good point and fire, or a good point, cock it, then fire. It's the one disadvantage. I would say everything on this gun is super tight. Like even this release bar here, the
I
safety
feel
caps,
like the more,
it is loosening up a little bit. When I got it, it was very hard to pull.
it's
Firing
a
it with
not
one
used
hand.
weapon.
Firing it with one hand just takes some real meat to push. It's loosened up a lot. Point being is that you upsize something that's designed for a specific size, you're going to lose some of the ergonomic advantages. The only thing they need to do
I
here,
don't know how you scale that up.
you reshape the hammer.
I'm just saying.
You reshape the hammer so that
when you
when
say
you're firing
scale up, it
No.
makes me think enlarge.
No, so a normal Derringer is at the largest, like a traditional Derringer, it's as big as 2/3 the size of this. So you're
2/3?
yeah, it's tiny. Derringers are small. Yes.
Is that the kind you hide in your pussy?
Exactly. That was actually done. That was actually practiced by some people, supposedly.
Just add a vibrator in there and they got a good time.
I don't actually understand that because if you're a whore, that's your working surface.
No, it's protective and then they
I mean,
move.
like, why?
Well,
like, if-
a stiff cough will drop it out.
Still makes sense to me. Anyways, they need to reshape that hammer. I think if they're going to scale the weapon up that much, that hammer needs to be something where I can point it. Well, with two hands, I can do it.
Yeah, it's
So,
because you're
I-
just pushing on the
It's because I'm.
bar.
It's because I'm
On
gripping
shaft.
the weapon.
Yeah, and
In
on the
this
shaft, you're like holding it straight.
But it still changes the. Oh, not really.
No,
So you
because you're holding it still.
actually,
and
my
then
thumb's out
pulling
in
it
front of the
back.
muzzle, so I
Yeah.
can't do this two-handed. But if I'm going to grip a weapon two-handed, why am I buying a Derringer?
It's meant for quick, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So,
But the thing that like perplexes me a little bit more is it has shotgun shells, but the shortest fucking barrel I've ever seen.
well, you can't buy the Snake Slayer, which is
God bless you.
The Snake Slayer,
Okay.
or the Dick Cutter Offer. If you're a prostitute, that's a very specific model.
But they can cock it with their vaginas?
Yes, exactly. And this is shaved off for comfort, and then it's ribbed for pleasure.
Her pleasure.
For her pleasure.
And she puts some vibrating rounds in there, right?
No.
oh, sorry, my bad. Deep penetration rounds.
So, anyways,
this is a shit show.
This is one of those guns where it doesn't know what it wants to be. Like, is it meant to come out and shoot from like freaking back here? Some stupid position wherever it comes out at.
No, you just
Well, no.
attach it to your Johnson.
Works for me. Actually, sorry, my general position's more. Got to pick a tan leg. You go at. But this doesn't know what it wants to be. So I think it's a cool gun. I did buy it.
Yes,
I
you
knew what I
did.
was buying. I bought it because it's probably the most firepower and the least space you can buy. That's for me. This sounds like we're shitting on it, but I'm shitting on a very specific element of its design.
We're shitting on that other gun that we watched on Demolition Ranch.
High points. Dude, I have no hate for high points.
I don't dislike the gun. It's just
No. Okay, so
it doesn't have that it factor for me, you know?
very specifically, the review is cool. You've made a great Derringer. You've made a sturdy Derringer that will go to my kids when I have some. If I have some. If anyone ever chooses to fuck me.
You got that bad boy toting around.
Right.
They might not.
Right. And it's cool that you made it sort of a replica firearm. It's not really a replica, it's a scaled up version. If you really want to get the practical market, make it something that when it comes out of the holster, it feels a little bit more like my little Heritage Arms 22 revolver, which I can fan that thing. This thing, it's a very thought out motion. Cock that hammer. That holds it back that makes it very much more a range toy, a snake gun, than it does something that people are going to be willing to rely on as a backup gun. So, got my, whatever, like 1911, if I'm, 60 years old. Got my Beretta, if you're me or this guy. We're Beretta fanboys.
Yeah, buddy.
Got my Glock.
But the thing is, I know absolutely nothing about Beretta.
Yeah,
I just like the way it looks.
Yeah, exactly. I like it for that reason. It's also got a relatively large capacity.
Absolutely beautiful gun.
Heavy.
And it's
reliable. Yeah, it's a newer one. Anyways, you got your Glock if you're everybody else, and you got your High Point if you're like me, poor.
It's at the same time.
So, but this thing, it is a $300 price point, which is pretty good. It's cheaper than other models because it's unpolished. This rough finish here.
No.
He doesn't think it's worth it.
No. I think for the 2 guns that you bought, you could have saved it and then bought a Beretta.
My thing is that 22 that I bought as a range toy has such a sweet action on it. Like fanning that thing, I was fanning that thing within.
Yeah, it's that gun I could see. That gun I would absolutely buy.
Yeah.
Today, if I could. But I got a youngin' on the way. Gotta save that money.
But when I compare it to this hammer, it's taken so much work to get that thing back. And this is way less stiff than it was when I bought it.
I wonder if you actually shoot it, if it'll loosen up even more.
Oh, let me hit that for a second. Shooting this thing. 410 shells. I shot birdshot. Pretty low recoil. It was a weird shooting experience because I've never had something move me that far off target with that smooth of a feeling. When I pulled the trigger, I actually said, wow, I really pulled that. Must have really jerked it. And I said, no, that wasn't jerk. That was recoil.
So,
in other words, it's extremely comfortable to shoot.
Let me say it. So, what is the purpose of purchasing something like this instead of a home defense weapon?
The thing with this is...
let me hold it.
Ahead. I'm sorry. This is like a car defense gun. This is a good backup gun.
Actually, it was pulled pretty easily.
Yeah, I think it's actually getting to the point where it's loosening up. So most of my review might be bullshit.
So look, hold on. Yep.
Yeah. But here, put it to your waist. Put it at your waist so you can pull it out. And now, try to do a panic drawing point.
Okay, caught my pocket.
Well, okay, it's not made for slick draw. You need a holster for this.
Yeah.
Good. Fire.
Nope. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I mean,
I'm not gonna dry fire your gun.
Well, no, but
I know about proper etiquette about shooting, but when it comes to specs and about different weapons,
you can get your hands to do what you need to. It's just not smooth. 30 minutes of this bullshit.
Yeah, you're doing a TED Talk.
I'm doing a TED Talk on this.
You're not talking to me. You're talking to the audience.
And constantly proving myself wrong.
Yeah. It's not that. It's you just got the gun.
It's a rough explanation of it.
Yeah, and you're just recently now having hands on a brand new weapon.
Right.
Everything's going to be tight.
But first. Okay, to your question. Well, it was when I bought it. It was
ridiculous.
Tight. I mean, I called customer service.
That's like your first girlfriend.
I wish. It was.
Sir, the boys got.
I had to call customer service. It was so tight. I'm like, is this right? Like I can't really I have to when I was first cocking this thing, I had to turn it like that just to have the mechanical angle of closing my thumb to turn it. It was bad. It's real loosened up now.
Yeah, it's gotten smoother since I've cocked it.
So at very least, yeah, it was him who fixed it. So at very least, it's not going to be great for start. 410 for personal protection, yeah, it's not as bad as people want you to make you think.
Yeah, it shoots shotgun shells.
Well, okay,
miniature shotgun shells.
4 triple-aught buck is better than 4 22s.
Say that again.
4 triple-aught buck, which is what you can get in this.
Oh, okay.
And at the velocities, again, they're a lot slower because they come out of the short barrel.
But it's not a long-range weapon by any means.
It's better than 422s, and it's going to help compensate for the fact that it's a point gun.
But if you also think about it on the other thing, like home defense wise, somebody comes in the house and you fire that thing off.
Yeah. First off, you got a weapon going off, which is
If they get hit by anything, they're gonna leave. Like it's
right. You have to have.
I don't know if is it way like for people who aren't like actually
We can
like,
get into that.
wanting to shoot to kill.
Well, you should. Okay, we're into it.
I'm just saying. Like if you think about it, like if you're not wanting to shoot to kill, just more of like a scare tactic, get a dog, and then second off, that would be a good backup.
Okay, so we're into it. I'm what they call a FUD. Do you know what a FUD is, Jacob?
God bless you.
A FUD, which is
Are you a fudge packer?
no FUD.
Oh.
FUD.
Oh.
So it's a derogatory form. It's a derogatory term in the firearms community.
Oh, you better chug that shit. No, no, you done did
No,
it now.
I gotta get my hand dry.
Chug
I'm
it.
doing it.
Go.
Live on stream.
Yep, live. Fuck it. Show the fans we ain't no bitch. Now let it out like a man. Don't tilt it up like that, you dumbass. That's gonna shake it up more. There you go. Gentle movements.
And what they call a FUD, if you do, is an Elmer FUD.
We're hunting rabbits.
Exactly. So FUD is
it's not. He doesn't have a gun anymore.
right.
You know what he has?
A scythe.
He's a fucking scythe.
Way more fucking terrifying.
It's horrifying. It's not an instant kill. You're torturing an animal to kill it.
Sorry, I get.
Stop saying sorry. Stop apologizing for who you are, Steven.
I'm a loser.
Don't degrade yourself that way.
Yeah. We'll kick him a 14-year-old who just got out of a Jay-Z video.
No, you're not. Shut up. You're one of the smartest people I know. Stop putting yourself down like that. Speak positively about yourself. Only I'm allowed to do that because I'm a fucking dumbass.
Was Jay-Z the guy who pissed on the girl? Who was like 14? Was that him?
Oh, fucking no.
I don't know. Anyways, some rapper peed on a girl.
I don't. You think I pay
Excuse me.
any attention to any of that shit?
No. Okay. Point being, FUD is a derogatory term within the firearms community, which basically means that you believe in a lot more regulations for firearms than other people. Now, usually what FUD refers to are people who only believe in firearms for purposes of hunting. So, bolt action rifles, semi-automatic handguns sometimes, revolvers sometimes. My thing is, I think there's a lot of wrong-headed thought around firearms. For instance, you should never present a firearm as a deterrent. You should only present a firearm and then fire it. Seems really stupid to me. What do you think about that? Like somebody's fucking with somebody on the street. Somebody's fucking with you on the street.
No, it's a good deterrent.
And you do this.
Well, I understand the habit of not pulling your weapon until you're ready to fire it.
Right.
Because it prevents that accidental.
Right, but let's say somebody's being stupid enough where if they continue the behavior they're enacting, and they continue that behavior in your direction, you're going to shoot them.
But
don't wait till the last minute.
But who says that?
No, some people say that it's not an option to present a firearm as a deterrent. Just go here.
If you
or
say you do this, they already know that motion. If they don't back down, they know what's happening.
Well, yes.
Like name one person that someone does this.
It's kind of like that. The finger under the jacket. Same thing.
No, it's the same. But someone reaches for their hip, you know what's happening.
You did. That's a pretty clear motion.
Well, I don't know now with social media. They might be thinking you're getting on your phone.
Right.
Recording this.
No, this is pretty.
This Richard.
This is pretty.
And this Karen.
This is pretty damn clear. Right? You know, some people say this is not an option. And some people say that you can't ever discharge a weapon as a warning shot. There's valid situations. No, I'm not saying that you have to go through that procedure every time.
But at the same time, like if I'm
Johnny Crackhead's trying to stab you, shoot his ass.
Yeah. But if you can deter someone and not have to shoot them, why wouldn't you take that chance? Well, unless they have a weapon. If they have a weapon,
Johnny Crackhead's 50 feet away from you, and he's walking your way, swinging a knife like this. you walk away. Well, maybe he keeps walking your direction. He follows you to the next corner, but he's maintaining a distance. Point a gun. He's still walking towards me. Shit. Johnny Crackhead, you need to back up. Johnny
Why is it
Crackhead's
got to
not
be a Johnny Crackhead?
Billy Crackhead, Tony Crackhead, Susan. I don't care.
Why can't it be a Jared?
You want to walk through every option you have, not shoot that guy.
Because you don't want to live with
Well, yeah,
that.
You don't want to shoot people.
No.
At
Which
all.
hopefully most people don't
Right.
want to shoot people.
No, believe it or not, there's people who actually consider you to be like anti-firearm, anti-gun.
Which is retarded.
If you don't think exactly like them on like use of force.
I don't understand that whole guns kill people.
Yeah, that's stupid.
No. You lay a gun down on the table, it's not killing anybody.
Well, no, but how many houses have you ever seen built without a hammer? Like,
It's like, how many houses have you seen built without cement? Concrete,
right,
brick,
no, you
block.
It is a tool of killing. Frankly, like a hammer is a tool of building. It's a tool of killing. You can't separate it
Or
from
competition.
Well, yes, you can't separate it from the task that it's meant to do. Like,
But at the same time, it doesn't do it by itself.
it doesn't do it by itself. Hammer doesn't build a house without it.
It's a mindless
It's a mindless tool, but so is a nuclear bomb. So should we give that to everybody because it's just a mindless tool?
That's different.
No,
category.
okay, high explosive.
It's a different category. You can't compare tomatoes to oranges.
Fully automatic rifle.
Can't compare tomatoes to oranges.
Semi-automatic rifle. No, because we're getting down into territory where we are going up one step at a time.
But there's different categories for different things.
Right. So
that's like saying, oh, we should outlaw nail guns because they fire nails.
What is the most an individual should be able to own? And some people
That's up to the person, as long as they qualify to own it.
Qualify by what?
I don't think regular people should own nuclear bombs.
Right. Why not?
Because that's retarded.
Right. Exactly. And for some people, owning a firearm that takes no training. And now, I don't agree with this.
But at the same time, why would you want a nuclear bomb?
Because you're a fucking crazy person.
Exactly. Then you shouldn't be able to own a firearm.
No, you shouldn't. What I'm saying, though, is that it is not completely unreasonable.
I know, but you have to make limits to certain things.
Okay, what I'm saying
You should be able to own a fucking minigun.
Minigun. But sue me.
I don't give a fuck.
Fucking sue me.
I don't give a shit.
No.
Eat a dick.
I don't think you should be able to.
I do. I don't give a shit as long as you're
easily.
not fucking gonna go on a rampage.
I think. Well, okay, so we may be on the same page here. I think the government has more than enough rights to check your ass out before you even buy. Let's say we consider this to be one of the shittiest guns out there, especially in birdshot. Ain't gonna kill unless I put this up against you or within 5 feet. Not gonna cause a lethal wound with birdshot. It's gonna piss you off. It's gonna be an amazing less than lethal weapon. Government, I think, has more than enough rights to check me out before it sells me this and check me out to an appropriate degree.
I love how, like, as soon as this pandemic hit, everybody was like, who were against guns are like, how do I get a gun? Can I borrow a gun?
It's been terrible because I bought it because I was in a financial place to do it.
Yeah.
To buy some guns. I bought an AR, I bought this, and I bought a 22 target pistol.
Most college people can't say that.
No, I was in a place where I could do it. Well, guess what? I went into the worst market to shop for guns. There's just nothing out there. They were panic buying. You know, you go in there, you want to ask some questions, really make your selection, and they're just sitting there going like, "What do you want? What do you want?" They're just hawking guns at people. Not really.
I wouldn't say that.
No,
I think it's your background check.
So there's a 7-day period. So when you submit for a background check, there's a 7-day period, and this is to prevent the government from indefinitely delaying a background check, right?
Yeah.
So to prevent that, there's a 7-day period where they have to give you a yes or a no. My background check came up to like 5.5 days.
Oof.
For my rifle.
It's probably because everybody's trying to buy a gun now.
That's exactly why.
So they don't want anybody to break in their damn house and try to steal their shit because they lost their job, which I can understand.
It's crazy. It's not cool. Like right now. Like
yeah, but you got to feel for those people, though, too.
Yeah, you got your right to have a gun. I don't think you have your right to have any gun. Like, I know too many crazy motherfuckers.
As long as you know the weapon and you know what it's capable of, and you're a responsible gun owner,
I know.
I don't think you should own an RPG. Like,
and see, the thing is, I know too many people who are like one bad day away. Like, they're perfectly sane. But I can see that they might be the motherfucker who's one bad day away from just like cleaning out his office. And the better the tool he has for doing
that. I wish I knew one of them. They clean my office out.
And I was worried. I think that we should go ahead.
Go ahead on your TED Talk. I'm gonna go pee.
Fuck you. Okay, so I think that they have the right to figure out who's crazy and who's not, and that inspection might be more than surface level. Because we have arguments on both sides, which is, well, if everybody has a gun, we can shoot back at the motherfucker. Cool story for everybody who has time to respond. It doesn't work that way. Like, some dude comes in there and he starts popping caps. No time to respond to that. 3 or 4 people are going to be shot. By the time you even have time to realize what's going on, how many more people before you can find the target? Address it. Start laying down fire. It's a perfect scenario. Crowded area, 6 people are shot by the time we're returning fire. 4 people. Could we have stopped that by being reasonable? I was just talking about, like, if somebody just wants to go do something stupid, other people being armed isn't enough to stop that.
I don't know. They get a gun pointed to their face real quick, they might start second guessing the life decisions.
Oh no, they're probably out. They just kill themselves. Like, a lot of these people do kill themselves.
Suicide by cop.
Right. So, like, if somebody just wants to go into a crowded area, bang, 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 start mag dumping. Doesn't matter how many people are armed in that environment. It doesn't matter if they get hit on the 7th. It doesn't matter if they get hit on the 2nd shot. They're just putting rounds into a crowd.
Yeah, but you also got to think. Was there something that we could do to prevent that from happening?
No, there's that. No, and that's what I was saying. The thing that we can do to prevent that in the beginning is make sure we know that no guns go to crazy people. Sorry.
You got to be quicker than that.
Yeah, you got to be quicker than that. You would have already eaten shit by the time I reached up there.
Yep. I'm good like that. I can catch myself pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, I think that, like, one crazy motherfucker with a gun that's semi-automatic can almost always get off 3 or 4 shots, no matter where he went. He could go to.
You also got to think, the same motherfucker, if guns were outlawed, could have just as easily grabbed a knife, grabbed a hammer.
But a knife or a hammer is dramatically less effective. How many knives and hammers does the military issue to infantrymen? Like, okay,
when you're fighting against guns, yeah. But when you're fighting against an unarmed crowd,
yes, but
you take a knife to the throat, you're done.
Yes, but it's still dramatically less effective.
Not necessarily.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. It is absolutely less effective. A gun is better than a knife. What do you defend yourself with, a gun or a knife? And if you say gun,
it depends on what I'm defending against.
More effective.
If someone comes at me with a knife and I have a knife, fair game.
No, if I gave you the option, if someone's coming at you with a knife and you can have a gun, what would you pick?
A gun.
Yes,
but
because it's more effective.
When someone's coming at you with their fist and you have a knife, it's more effective.
But you also, how far away can a knife get you from?
I'm saying, like, if someone's going to go on a killing spree,
they're
going to do it with whatever the tool they can find.
You can't. No, I agree. You can't stop the person from being crazy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not the gun's fault.
You can stop them from getting better tools, which is like that's why we don't sell dynamite in convenience stores anymore.
Keyword there.
We used to, that used to be a thing. People used to
sell the Unabomber went around then.
Right.
It's
by the time that
still made it happen though.
Yes, but you know how much additional knowledge it required for him to do that? A lot.
Not much for someone who just graduated from Harvard.
Okay, so there's a video by a guy named Thunderfoot. real controversial on the internet. He actually has gotten himself into a lot of shit. Nothing to do with that. He does a video on like a mathematical approach to the efficacy of various weapons and the knowledge required to use them to cause mass damage. So even somebody who's able to release quite a lot of poison gas, like which requires some serious knowledge, is generally going to be less effective than the average person on the street given a semi-automatic rifle and trying to do something heinous.
I don't know, this coronavirus.
Right. Yeah, some Chinese government is just like, maybe if we are completely incompetent, that's more dangerous than anything.
Cool. Which it is.
Yeah, it really is. A large government being incompetent is very dangerous. But what I'm saying is, my fat ass, and I will eat that term. I'm willing to be called that. Firearms should be well regulated. You should be able to buy whatever you want.
Absolutely.
The government
but at the same time, it's like them trying to outlaw guns entirely, which they're pushing it, trying to push it back more and more and more. God, is absolutely
look at California. Yeah, no, there's a definite force in this country who would rather you be unarmed.
But at the same time, it's like as soon as if they ever were able to get everybody unarmed,
yes,
the people that are acquiring guns illegally are still going to be acquiring guns. They're going to be the only ones with guns other than cops.
I would be acquiring guns illegally if they made all guns illegal. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
Because
I'm not going to be unarmed.
I'm not going to go, and it's not something to fight the government, to fight the cop stuff.
No, because it's something to protect your family with when you have no other option. Because you have some martial arts training.
What does that mean?
Okay. You have some martial arts training.
Okay, yeah.
You can protect yourself if someone comes in with just.
I have a slightly above better chance with all my martial arts training against somebody with a knife.
Maybe.
And if somebody draws a gun within 10 feet of me, I actually prove this with a cop. They teach cops this. That a gun isn't actually that good within 10 feet sometimes because it can become more of a wrestling point. But I have like a 20 or 30% probability of survival over like an untrained person. That's all this martial arts gives.
But it's still an advantage.
This motherfucker gives me more than all my training combined.
Especially if you don't load it with birdshot.
Yeah, you put a defensive load in there. Whoever's attacking you, even if you don't kill them outright, which there's no reason to kill somebody outright if you don't have to.
I feel like that's what everybody has a problem with.
We wish that every round was less lethal, but could completely stop a situation. That's not true.
People that are on drugs, you can't.
Right.
You can't reason with them.
We wish that everything was less lethal.
We wish everything was black and white.
However, even this that isn't going to hit nearly as hard as like triple tapping a 1911 into somebody. Not a lot of attacks are going to continue after a defensive round of 410. Most people are going to either run away or be on the ground bleeding after that. And if that doesn't work, I have a follow-up, which is going to solve the majority of the situations that return after that or continue after that. After that, should have picked a different gun.
Or just had a backup knife.
Should have got a backup knife.
I say that took too
long. It's also because like I'm on a squishy couch and I'm drunk.
And a comfy couch.
Yes.
Nighttime ceremony couch.
Nighttime ceremony?
Ceremony.
Is that a term for what you're going to do to me after the end of this video? The nighttime ceremony?
You're always asleep when I do the nighttime ceremony.
This beer tastes funny. It's got a lid on it.
Yeah. Would you look at there? Oh boy. So after you did your TED talk.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
You're talking at the people, not to the people. And by people, I mean nobody.
Jake, when he watches the video.
Blah, 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 blah.
Jacob, when he watches the video again later,
You damn right.
I'm truly the Rich Evans of this channel.
I don't know who Rich Evans is.
Don't worry about
it. You flat Earth motherfucker.
It's flat, boys.
No.
I have documents proving it.
It's not. It's not true.
The header of the document is White Earth is flat and Hillary Clinton killed Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, that was definitely Bill. I don't know what you're talking about. He's got more to lose.
Hillary Clinton killed Jeffrey Epstein with her own cold reptilian hands.
No, but I did hear there are some people in the government that are tall, blonde-headed aliens. They're very humanoid.
I know their names.
So what do you make of the Tic Tac?
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Oh, the one that
that Commander Fravor spotted and tried to track.
It's an unearthly object. Like, what do you want me to say? Like,
no, I'm just saying, what do you think of his account of it?
I think there's a little green man.
Do you think it's like
Fuck you,
credible?
Like, yes, I think it's absolutely credible.
I do too.
Here's the thing: you have to. There's a rule in academia that says you don't believe people's conclusions; you believe their observations. That's actually the idea that academia is founded. So if somebody comes to you with a set of statistical data,
not nowadays.
Right nowadays,
gender doesn't exist.
Too little. But the idea is, if somebody comes in with you a set of statistical data, you believe that they collected the data the way they say they did.
Yeah.
You don't like bust their balls about that stuff.
No.
You can say how did you collect that data? And then they have to explain how they collected it. And if it's wrong,
if there's a flaw in their collection,
yeah, you can point that out.
Yeah, but you can't
believe the stuff they're presenting to be true.
Yeah.
You don't believe their conclusions.
It's too complicated to make that shit up.
Right. Well, you can do it.
Yes, you can, but what's the point?
The point to my comment is that I believe the factual, and if you actually listen to the Fravor stuff and a lot of this UFO stuff, a lot of these people aren't making conclusions. They're claiming observations.
Yeah. They're not saying what it is. They're saying what they saw.
Yeah, I believe those observations. I believe those observations point to something that we don't understand, we're not in control of. I won't even say extra earthly, because if you look into I'm not saying look into, because my brain isn't good enough. My brain's not good enough for this stuff.
But if you look into propulsion systems,
no, I'm going past that.
Okay.
Like people are like, oh, it's extra earthly. What if it's extra dimensional?
I don't know. I've never taken
fucking shit.
LSD.
Oh shit! Like there is like.
Wait, what's that one that they always talk about?
Which one from the cactus?
DMT.
Yeah. Anyways, like point
being
is, if it's extra earthly, it's from outside of our solar system, outside of our galaxy, outside of our universe. None of that actually matters. What matters is it something that we can look at and say, we absolutely know that our observations are true, and that's something we don't know how it's happening, right? Like
your mind cannot comprehend what it's seeing.
Right. If a bright ball appeared in the sky, it was as bright as the sun, it was as big as the sun, but it produced no gravity, we would say, obviously our observation is true. There's a bright ball there. It's as big as the sun. It's as bright as the sun, but it produces no gravity. We're not going to say heat. Gravity or heat. That's a good example.
Because heat would be devastating. We're
going to say to ourselves, well, somewhere in the solar system, we're not going to say, oh, well, it's not real because we don't understand it.
No.
What we're going to say is,
we need
it's real, but our current understanding, our current models don't explain it.
Nope. Currently, from what our understanding is, we cannot comprehend what our eyes are.
Whatever Fravor observed, our models cannot explain. That's all that we need to know that it's fucking weird,
and we need to find out what it is.
Yes, exactly.
Is a national security threat? What do you think about the whole Pentagon releasing a statement about
I need to look more into that.
I do too, but Jamie did. I saw it on the
Young Jamie on the
JRE.
Young Jamie older than both our asses.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking monster. But
TED Talk for a minute for me.
What?
You need a TED Talk for a minute.
I need a TED Talk?
Yes.
How am I supposed to TED Talk? I'm the retarded one in this.
Size of your penis? I don't care.
No, that's not gonna happen. But what I was saying, you made me lose my train of thought, you dick.
Dogs aren't trained. They're closer to cars.
No. I don't even know what that means. But what I was saying, can you help me remember? Okay. His bladder's gonna bust. But, okay. They're talking about it. Jerry, about the Pentagon releasing a statement about them recovering crafts not from this world. Leaves my mind perplexed. Not the most intelligent person in the world. Didn't look into it whatsoever. Smarter people can hear my words. They probably won't, but you never know what could happen. But they can look back and dig deeper than I will, because I just don't know how to find that type of information. Not the greatest on the little keys there. Leaves me perplexed. But if it is true, then I don't know what to think. Like, it boggles my mind. I cannot comprehend something. Like, it doesn't surprise me, but at the same time, just can't understand it. Because why wouldn't they have come out with something earlier, or something more concrete? But yeah, I don't know.
What's the subject?
Just about the Pentagon coming out with a statement, and if people are smarter, they can find out if it was actually true or not. But at the same time, I'm not going to look into it.
I want to blow your mind for a second.
My mind's already blown.
Okay, so this is something I want to talk about for a while.
Hey, can you go get that whatever the cats are knocking on? Way to stop him in his tracks from the TED Talk. Because this is supposed to be a conversation, not a lecture.
This is the perfect cat toy. I'm gonna change my subject for a second. 2 bobby pins clipped together is an awesome little cat toy.
That would be my wife's.
Yes, it would be.
Let me see it. Fucking pussies.
Okay, so do you know what simulation theory is?
I know that you need to be talking to me instead of the camera.
No, do you know what simulation theory is?
Yes, I know.
It's appropriate that I look at the camera for this. Just explain simulation theory to me.
Simulation theory is that we're more than likely in a simulation we're self-simulated.
Okay. So do you know what that's based on?
Statistics,
but can you give a simple explanation of that?
That was a simple explanation of that. It's more probable that we're in a simulation than not.
So can you go one level more, or should I?
You should. That's all I know.
So basically, here's what it says. If the universe is being simulated somewhere near the end, or really at any point, it doesn't really matter if it's the end, if we are able to simulate another universe, then inside of that universe, the same thing will play out. So, infinitely problem. There's a problem with that. But there's something that doesn't get pointed out in this a lot. At least as far as the stuff I've watched on Joe Rogan, which we're sort of referring back to a lot here.
Yeah. Because it's my favorite podcast.
Right. It's the greatest podcast, probably of all time.
I really want to listen to that new one that he had on.
Based on subscribe to him. So I'm burping a lot. That's gross.
And my number one podcast to listen to. There goes your phone.
That's fine. I'll deal with it later.
I love cats. That's how you know the Earth.
So what's a video? Flat. So hang on. What's a video?
Hold on.
They push everything off.
Exactly.
So what's a early video game you played?
I played Sega. I played Sonic.
Name a specific game.
Sonic.
Okay. So let's say you're the character Sonic, right?
Yep. Not Tails. You can be Tails.
You're the Sonic. You're the character Sonic in the Sonic game, right?
Okay.
And you're looking at the world. That world is at the maximum level of complexity that you can understand.
Yep.
Right? So, for Sonic to simulate his universe, he would need to only simulate the level of complexity that's in the Sonic game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, here's what people leave out in the simulation theory is that they assume that our universe is at some sort of maximum level of complexity. Now, I'm not saying they all do. This is probably in the academic papers, but in the way it's been explained. What if we are the version of Pong to whoever is simulating us? What if we are only on the level of Sonic to the level of whoever's simulating us? What if we are a very simple simulation of a grossly more complex level of existence? So that's a fucking mind-blowing thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
but at the same time, it's like, how would you be able to grant free will to every single thing?
Again, how can you grant if you're in the world of like Sonic's Tails and all the little robots?
Yeah, but you're controlling them.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are. You're making them do
what I'm saying,
you want them to do.
Is to us that's extremely simple, right?
Yes.
What if everything going on here is extremely simple to whatever is simulating us?
But they couldn't predict the conversation like this to break out.
Can you predict the trajectory of a Sonic character?
Yes.
Yes, you can, because it's simple to us. What if our behavior patterns are simple to the level above us?
It's not. It's way too complex.
He says this, but I'm sure that you're not being dense. You're being practical.
I am, and it's
that practicality
dumbest theory I've ever heard of.
That practicality doesn't just prove my point, because he knows what I'm saying.
Yes, I do, and it's stupid. I don't like this simulation theory. It's retarded.
Let's say we're at 80% as complex as the level above us. Let's say like Sonic's not a good example. Let's say we're closer to like
Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly. What if we are? That's perfect.
But that's the thing is, a person is acting out every single motion.
What if you were just the programming of one of the NPCs?
Then that wouldn't make any sense.
What do you mean it wouldn't make any sense?
Because of the free will. You could fuck up the whole system.
You think you have free will.
No, I know I have free
will. All right,
will.
Neo. Fucking...
I can fly, bitches.
You fucking fly right now, motherfucker.
I'll fly right off your ass. Okay, you can do anything. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want to. All right, shut out your eyeballs. Oh, back to the drawing board.
Okay, fair enough. You're right there. What I'm saying is, we are on the same page. We just completely disagree. All I'm saying is that simulation theory, you're going to like this. This isn't what I was actually saying, but he's going to love this. Simulation theory is the answer to religious questions for people who refuse to give it religious answers.
I don't even.
Okay, so simulation theory.
Yep.
Some fucking interdimensional 12-year-old loaded us up on his computer and they're running ouruniverse.exe, right? Our universe is just some program on some interdimensional 12-year-old PC, right?
Nope.
But no, let's just assume that's true, right?
Nope.
Let's assume that is true.
You can assume it's all you want.
Let's assume that is true for the purpose of argumentation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't gonna do it.
How is that any different from saying God created the universe? Simulation theory is just God for people who refuse to apply God to the complex questions presented by religious apologia.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Simulation is retarded.
Retarded. Simulation.
Simulation theory is too many smart people getting in a room and overthinking everything.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're partially correct. However, I can't remember the guy who wrote the Discworld books. Sir, he was knighted.
No, because then if we were PCs, we wouldn't have an option of when we were going to go to bed.
Yes, you would. You would perceive it internally to be an option, but it was being determined by a more complex program.
Yeah, but when you get tired and you want to go to sleep, say you hit sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and the character doesn't respond, therefore it's a broken game.
Wait a second. What the fuck is this cat fucking with? What is that? It's not. Okay, that's just a little house spider. I don't know. It doesn't look like
cats
a
eat
house
everything.
spider.
So
Okay. Sorry about that. The cat's got some kind of little bug that it's messing with. It doesn't look like any bug I've ever seen.
there's way too many random things that happen.
You
for it to be a
perceive them as
simulation.
random.
Yes, I perceive them as random because they are random.
They're not as random as you think.
They are more random than simulation can do.
How do I respond to that? That gives me some pause.
I understand the whole maybe you're making these decisions based on someone who's controlling your PC. Maybe you're a normal PC, like you're just computer processed thing.
NPC, yeah.
Yes, but at the same time, how could we be staying up till fucking almost 5 o'clock in the morning recording
Making a stupid fucking
podcast, and that be
the program
programmed?
dictated it? Because again,
No, it didn't.
this to us seems like a complex process. To someone at a much higher level, this might be a very basic process.
How?
Because they're at a much higher level, the same way that the behaviors of Sonic might seem complex to him.
What I think is the Mayans left the Earth. And they're coming back to visit.
The Mayans saw Einstein.
That's what I think aliens are. I do not think we're in a simulation. I think it's the dumbest thing that has ever been talked about, other than flat Earth.
First off, I don't think we're in a simulation.
I know.
Earth is objectively
doing the devil's advocate. I
No,
understand.
the Earth is flat.
No, shut the fuck
I
up.
have
I'm gonna
documents.
Smack you in the back.
I
of the head.
have documents proving that the Earth is flat.
I will beat your dick off.
Why do airplanes fly like?
I don't think you understand what he's
Why
saying.
airplanes fly like
He's
this?
gonna beat you
and not like
till your dick
this.
falls off.
That's fine.
I'll beat your dick off with both my hands.
Like
I love that movie.
flat Earth. It's a thing.
You look like a crazy person.
I know I am a crazy person who's going to realize.
No,
of course,
the
I'm making
eyes,
this podcast.
you're doing the crazy eyes.
The Earth is flat, people.
No, it's not.
Flat. Liquid always finds level.
Because no one would ever get killed by tigers or lions.
Man, if
They'd
we
be too busy knocking shit
if
off the
we
edge of
live
the
in
earth.
a round Earth, all tigers fall off the bottom.
Yep.
Man, gravity pulls one direction. What are Australians wearing? Magnetic boots?
Not true.
Oh, all of a sudden, flush water goes this way, one direction goes this way, the other direction.
Yeah.
Made up. What happens at the very middle? Just goes like, zoop.
Yep.
Live on the equator. Toilet, you take a big old shit. Water tries to flush it. Zoop. Turd still in the bowl.
Most convenient toilet ever.
It just very
drops. No, it didn't just go. Thump, it goes.
Yep. If you live right on the equator, you build a restaurant on the equator, be like, how's the food? Not too good. Really? How's the service? That's okay. But our bathrooms
No,
are
it's
great.
like, then why do you keep coming back?
Yeah.
Their bathrooms are amazing.
Right on the equator.
Like you poop and you don't even smell it.
Right down the hole.
There's no courtesy flush. It's just gone.
Don't even use water, just a hole.
It literally pulls itself out of your head.
It's just the John. Okay, quick aside. We need to talk about porta potties.
No, we do not.
Who shits in a porta potty? How have I never been in a porta potty that hasn't been shat in?
I was in a Porta John today shitting.
The level of desperation I would need to be in to shit in a porta potty is so god awful. I can't imagine that people there's 20 porta potties lined up.
Why do you think they're so terrible? People only use them when it's extreme conditions.
Well, when you're at a festival, you got to piss somewhere. Which the trough is the way to go. Okay, ladies, you can fuck off for a while because I don't know what you deal with.
There's you know what this is now, right?
What?
Bro science.
This is bro science.
It's bro science to the max.
Look, if I don't know if you have ladies have this some kind of lady trough, but the trough is the way to go for getting men to pee in mass. And the drunker you all are, the easier that trough is.
I've never peed in a trough.
You've never been in the trough?
No, but I pooped in a porta john today.
The trough is rough, guys. If you've never pissed in a trough, it doesn't even give you the comfort of being able to line up one urinal away.
No, it's all connected.
It's just shoulder to shoulder.
It's like one of them stainless steel sinks.
You got to be a real fucking man to start your stream in a trough.
A trough?
That's a fucking.
What's a trough?
Start your stream in a trough.
There you go.
You got to be a real man to be able to just shoulder up between two guys. Whip your dick out. Make sure it doesn't get wet. Because you can start that stream up. Because the natural thing to do is to go, no, can't make eye contact, can't be too awkward. Look straight up. That's the old method. Straight line, straight in front of you, straight down. Now you're looking at your own dick.
But you have peripherals.
Dang and dang. Rough.
No, it's ding and dong.
Ding and dong.
Yeah,
dong and dang is what I said.
Yeah. It's ding and dong.
Yep. And that's...
And you got the in-between.
Yeah. Yeah, troughs are rough. You've never used one?
No.
Never been to a sporting event?
Nope. Been to a Lions game back when I was 10. Greatest experience I ever had. We beat the Panthers. It was a great victory for the Lions.
And then trying to what's worse is who the fuck shits in a major sporting stadium? That is the least safe place. I feel shitty. There's 30 people in a room when you're trying to shit, and they don't give you very nice stalls.
No. They're always
your stall comes up your knee. And
they gotta let people know you in there.
That place is fucking hot. That toilet seat is literally
hot.
That toilet seat is completely covered in piss.
Oh, absolutely.
There's Dookie on the wall.
Dookie?
Yeah.
You're gonna go with Dookie.
I'm gonna go with Dookie because
you go with shit.
It's somehow worse. No, Dookie is worse.
It's not.
And
Dookie sounds like you're a Barney character.
And you're sitting there, you're going, I got shit. I am about to shit my pants. Right now, I'm about to shit in a room with 30 other people.
It's not 30 other people.
Oh,
there was nobody in there when I went.
When I was you go to Panther Stadium.
Yeah, I went to Panther Stadium.
If you're lucky, there's 15 people in there.
No, there was nobody in there. There was one. Because it was the Lions versus Panthers. So.
Okay, so nowadays. But
nowadays, there ain't going to be anybody in there. It's coronavirus.
14 simulated,
we don't even know if we're going to have a season.
Fuck the government. Let us play sports, motherfuckers.
Eat a dick. I need my football back. I wonder what the high schools are.
What is going on with XFL?
Dwayne Johnson bought it out.
He did?
Yes. He literally just did that a couple days ago.
I haven't been following it because of all this. Are they going to play a season?
They said it on the podcast.
What are they going to do?
I have no fucking
clue. So McMahon no longer...
No, it's Dwayne Johnson's now.
Like the XFL.
But Dwayne Johnson he's gonna advertise it better, and he's gonna theatricalize it a little bit better.
I was the biggest XFL fan when they were starting.
Yeah, it was annoying.
And then
it was terrible. It was terrible football.
And then school started, or some stuff, personal stuff came up where I couldn't follow it.
What are they going to do about high school football?
You play football.
No, there's no classes. They're having one class a week.
I don't give a shit. You play football.
How are you going to practice?
You drag your ass to school and you play football.
No, you practice. You don't play football.
You practice football. You drag your ass to school.
How are you supposed to get to school? Say school gets out at what, 3?
Mm-hmm.
How are you supposed to get to school? Everybody else is at
shit.
Work.
It's an extended summer. Fuck you, motherfuckers. It's 2-a-days.
No, it's ridiculous. Like, seniors are going to get fucked over on their senior year of football.
That's actually really terrible. There's going to be
horrible.
No, here's what happened.
Absolutely horrible.
That's going to ripple into college season.
Absolutely.
That's going to ripple into college season. Honestly, we're going to feel this for
They're going to be
4 years.
a year behind.
No, we're going to feel this for, what is that? 4 and 4. Let's cut it down. Say 7 years. This is going to ripple through college football for 7 years. No, it will, because right now the freshmen are losing a year.
They're losing a year.
So the freshmen are going to have their freshman year be their sophomore year.
No. It's still going to be their freshman.
No, what I'm saying is the freshmen.
Everybody's losing a year, but they're going to be back into it. Like, the things that I'm worried about is the seniors. They're going to be off a year.
No, I get it.
What are they going to be able to give to the recruiters?
You're exactly right. What I'm saying
there's nothing.
Is we're going to see 7 years of lack skill.
No.
Because you're losing an entire year.
I'd say maybe 2. Maybe 2.
4 minimum.
No. Because they're going to be doing it for 3 fucking years. They're kids. They learn fast. They retain more information.
I remember when I was a kid. There's now a bottom cap on your
couch. I remember when I was a kid, I picked shit up way quicker than I do now. Absolutely.
But if you had an extra year of that learning, you're going to pick up that much more.
No. Not when you're that young. That's why you can go from high school, take a couple years off, and then go to the NFL. Not likely.
We might see some really crazy NFL recruits.
Some unexpected.
We might see some 20-year-old NFL recruits.
No, it's more like 18, 19.
Well, I said 20 just to give them some wiggle room, but some guys professional football needs as many leagues as professional baseball has.
There's so many professional baseball leagues.
That's what professional football needs.
Hockey does the same shit.
Why doesn't football have that?
Because it's dominated everything, and then high school and college has been such a big thing.
If you are a competent varsity high school baseball player, you can go on a AAA team, right?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can go on to a AAA baseball team and play 3 seasons. Oh, you're a professional baseball player because they gave you some money for playing baseball. Why is the same thing not true for football?
Because of college and high school, the recruiters start looking at you young, so the college recruiters talk to NFL recruiters, and it's already
it's a stream.
It's a stream.
Pipeline.
It's you fit this program because you did this in high school and college. College recruiters recruit off the style of the play that they're playing.
Well, think about it this way: how many NFL teams? I'm not gonna say a year because it's not true, but like every 2-year period, right? Some major NFL teams gonna have some major shakeup.
Some what?
Some major shakeups in the every year.
Like the Browns.
Like the Browns. The Browns are always
fucking what's his fuck? What was that quarterback's name?
Well, the Panthers are in the same boat.
No, Panthers are retarded.
We're always shaking it up.
The owner is retarded.
Let me get to this point and then you can come back.
Fuck off. Cats and computers. I swear. They just want to lay on the keyboard. That was Leia. You met my cat.
She's
a cunt.
She doesn't care.
Hit him with the hard T. Cunt.
Anyways, my point being, hang on, I was on some. Oh, that was it. If you're in that pipeline, there's a significantly greater than zero chance that if you're getting looked at on your senior year of high school, that by the time you make an NFL team that you've been sort of pipeline towards, that's not the same way that team's being managed when you get there. That's complete bullshit.
Well, not all the time, but
not all the time. But there's
a good chance, yeah. But that coach is still
okay. Let's say somebody's like zeroing you in for the Pats. Patriots are a 4-yard team.
They're a what?
4-yard. What's the fucking term? 4 yards of play.
They're a 4 hard down.
Is that what that's called?
Well, they're going for it on all 4 downs.
Well, no, as in they're playing statistical. Like all you need to make is 4 yards a down, average, continuously.
It's 3.
Will continuously ensure that you'll always be
3 yards.
3 yards is if you play all 4. 4 is if you
3
4
yards.
is so you don't ever get in the pressure zone of needing to kick. That's how the Pats play. They're not. You don't see the Pats going for crazy plays. Anyway, not that much. You
Roethlisberger is a very intelligent.
You know what?
Quarterback.
They know when to call the long play.
Yeah.
But generally,
fucking Green Bay, they're 4 yards hard. Like they're going Hail Mary.
I support that. I think everything in football should be done to prevent.
No, fuck them. They beat the Lions with that shit. How many damn times?
I think that everything in football should be done to encourage not kicking that ball.
But
away.
At the beginning of the game, it's more intelligent to do
it. It is. But
statistically speaking, if you went for it on every 4th down, it'd be better play.
4th and what? How many yards are you likely to get? It's not 4th and 10.
No, that's not. Like 4th and 3 is, I would go for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you start getting a 4 and 5, it's a maybe. But as soon as it hits 6, 7, no.
You gotta kick it away.
I'm getting rid of that ball.
I mean,
unless you have like a freak athlete.
Well, there's always the time for a trick play, but you're not gonna call tricks
if you have Calvin Johnson on your team, you're gonna fucking pass it to him.
Right.
There's always at the same time, it's like everyone's gonna be guarding him. So you have that one unproven receiver that the quarterback's like, I don't know.
Have I ever told you about the thing I thought about where it's like you strip away most of the rules of football, like the specifics, like the very specific stuff, and you just present it to like a group of people who have never been exposed to it. So you take 8 schools in the middle of Japan who none of those kids who really understand football.
They know football. They know football.
Yeah, you expose it to like enough.
They have football video games. They know football.
Well, you find enough people who are interested in playing the sport that they know nothing about, and you present them with only the rule, and you say, you find a way to be like, do not research this.
I'm going to do like a study.
Here are the rules, and you see how they play the game without understanding.
They're going to be so far behind.
Well, no, you're not comparing them. You just want to see what kind of plays they run.
Yeah, like what kind of.
Do they even line up on the line?
Yes.
That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell them to line up on the line. You just give them the rules.
You have to give them the linemen, though.
No, you don't explain it.
You have to. Like, try to explain that to me without explaining linemen.
What do you mean?
Exactly. Try to explain football.
That's why I said you drop out a lot of the specifics. So you say you have designated receivers, so not anybody can catch the ball, right?
Yeah.
You have to designate them ahead of time.
And you have to designate linemen.
And then you designate your linemen who are allowed to be blockers.
But
I guarantee you
some of the receivers can be linemen. tight end.
Right. So that's what I'm saying about the specific. That's the thing about football. Football
Complicated.
is extremely complicated. So it's not
extremely complicated.
No, it
if
is.
I can grasp it,
It is extremely complicated because you have that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it's just the number of the jersey that determines whether or not you're allowed to go downfield.
That's fucking complicated.
It's not complicated. That's a very simple thing. We made numbers. These numbers can't go downfield.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It is a specific. I might even drop that as a rule in this little mini league for me. Just, I want to see how people play a sport
Organically.
That they haven't had explained. The same thing for soccer. I think if you restarted soccer right now, they would
physically impossible.
No,
name one culture that doesn't know about soccer.
You're right. If you killed soccer right now and started it over again, their offside rule would come out looking more like hockey, or the forward pass rule.
Well, you can't pass the line.
So in soccer, you have the half, the mid, the 50, right? At the 50 in soccer, you can no longer forward pass.
Yeah.
Without another one of their.
You have to go across the line with the ball. And then your teammates can come in.
No. Okay, so.
That's how hockey is.
So in soccer, at that middle point, you can't pass basically into a 2-on-1 situation.
Well, you know, wait.
Well, it's hard to explain exactly what offsides is in soccer, but what it does is it prevents forward passing past the half-yard line.
Well, hockey is like quarter. Well, past the three quarters.
Hockey has a nice big fat area around the goal that you can't forward pass into.
You forward passes all you want. You just can't go past that line until you go past it first before any other teammate with the puck. You have to bring the puck into their half of the court,
and
then your teammates can go past the line. You cannot enter that area if you do not have the puck.
So, but the point is that in soccer,
you're gonna have to keep going.
I gotta go. Let me see if I can remember this rule. Well,
you gotta make it interesting.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can remember the soccer rule.
Well, you can do another TikTok.
All right, so let's look at this Budweiser can real quick. It's Bud Light can. On the down low, let's say you want to make a firearms suppressor. Make your gun go from bang bang to pew pew. Now, I've never done this because I'm a fucking idiot. I have no physical skills. Mechanical skills. However, pretty decent little aluminum cylinder. Cut that out. Slip it inside there. That's a baffle. Makes your guns quiet. Cut a little bit off up here, so it's narrow in the bottom. Cut it off back down here so you can stack them. Put a little bit of a rim on it. They have a gap between the individual baffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Strike those bad boys up in there. You're going to need to make sure you have a drill tenor. It's just thin aluminum. Probably shoot through it. No need to actually align the bad boy as long as you can find a stable way to mount it to your barrel. $15. And your time. make you bang bang and do it pew pew. Now, I'm sure somebody here has already recognized that they understand soccer better than I do. What is the forward pass rule? It's something like you can't pass into something like a 2-on-1 situation. Is more or less what it comes down to. Kitty cat.
Yeah.
Kitty cat. Come around. You gonna stand there?
Where'd it go? Cat's gone. So what are you saying?
I was just talking about soccer.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, it was a little soccer chat.
Fucking soccer show.
I was like, I had to admit, forward passing needs to be improved in soccer. You need to be able to aggressively pass a little more because soccer just turns into eventually, like, just fucking 40 to 40 yard bullshit.
Yeah. Just not a fan.
It's so dry. So much soccer is bad and it's very dry.
I just can't get into it. Comes up and down.
Getting better, not getting choked up on.
Yeah. You look like a weenie when you vape, though. Just.
It's because I'm a Siggy boy. It's because Marlboro's for life. Marlboro.
I don't know about all that.
I
was a Marlboro man for a while. For a long time.
B. Faux life. Yo. He's gonna Vulcan neck pinch me.
You're too drunk to dodge that.
I'm way too drunk.
We're way too drunk to be doing a podcast.
We are
not. Shit show.
Okay. We've covered football. We've covered soccer.
We've guns.
Covered a specific freaking firearm.
You covered a specific fucking firearm, and you talked to the audience instead of the person next to you.
Which is because we don't have a decent camera angle.
It doesn't matter. Like, just you can sit like this and then talk to me. And
no, we've never held eye contact during the conversation.
Yes, we have.
I've known you as long as
we've talked in the conversation while you were sitting.
We've never just done like uncomfortable on eye contact.
This is uncomfortable for me.
This is very uncomfortable for me. You're very pretty eyes.
Oh, thanks.
Mm. I have shit brown eyes.
I've got blue eyes. That's what gives me my character.
Like, just barely.
Just barely.
Badly.
Just barely. You're so bashful.
If you're really Southern and you get really drunk, turns out the accents are close enough. You start coming out as like posh English.
Or just turn out bloody Scottish.
Yeah, no, that's if you're in Appalachia.
Oh, you fucking way. I'm drunk more than you have in your wee life.
Yins? You know yins?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the word yins means?
Mm-mm.
So yins all going to go down there to the restaurant?
Yins?
You all.
Y'all.
It's yins.
Y'all.
If you go up in Appalachia, it's yins.
Appalachian.
The real Appalachian folk say yins. You and yours. Yins.
Y'all.
Exactly. It's the same as y'all.
Y'all.
Or use guys, as they say in the North. And
hey,
they
guys.
They say use guys or use guys. Or use. And they're like, oh yeah, use is just an accent thing. But y'all incorrect grammar. What's up with that? Like,
Y'all aren't smart enough
Yo.
to have this conversation.
y'all is actually you and all. Perfect fine compound.
Yep.
But yins is
Stupid.
yins a complex one, but
Stupid. You and folk going on up yonder?
yins going up the road there. Like, I grew up around that. I didn't grow up in Appalachia, but I was up there a reasonable amount.
When?
When I was a kid.
I don't know that.
I was up around there a good little bit. We had some my grandparents had some property up there. We'd go up there and stay. We'd stop by the neighbors.
You got property in the mountains, and you don't probably.
Had some property.
You don't got shit. Your parents got property.
My grandparents had some property. That shit's gonna get bunkered. No ill wishes to my grandparents, but that shit's gonna be nuclear proof. Fucking water filtration, air filtration, radiation reduction.
Doomsday prepper right here.
I'm gonna have my stuff lined up A to Z in our long arms. AR-15. You see E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N, O, P, Q. I guess AKs go first.
Well,
AKs,
it's not
ARs,
just guns
HKs,
that you need to be swinging.
MP5.
Steven,
Hmm?
you can have all the guns you want. You need food.
Hogwash. Actually, the idea is in the end of the world, you don't fight anybody.
No, I'm not saying fight anybody. I'm saying hunt.
No, yeah. You get good hunting.
3 round bursts. Motherfucker.
3 round bursts, you're going to fuck up your meat.
Nah. Challenge accepted.
No. So the question is, if
The question is,
the world goes Mad Max,
dead air.
the world goes. That's a silencer company. If the
Is it?
yeah, Dead Air is a good silencer company. If
I
the
wouldn't
world
know
goes
that.
Mad Max, what's your loadout? Nice. Netflix is scrolling through its.
It said Mad Max as soon as he said it.
Netflix is scrolling through the different films
Netflix
as
is
the
listening
original
to us.
Mad Max. World goes Mad Max. What's your loadout?
World goes Mad Max.
What's your loadout?
Oh, fuck me. Beretta.
Okay, no automatic firearms.
I got a Beretta on me, see it?
Okay, if the Beretta you got it, you get 2 rounds.
No, fuck you.
You get 2 rounds.
Nope.
2 rounds of ammunition for every weapon you
dick
pick.
in your mouth. Is what
Because we're talking about Road Warrior Mad Max. You get 2 rounds of any caliber.
No, I'm carrying everything. RPG then. 2 rounds of RPG is pretty damn good.
From the bottoms up, here's what we're doing.
Bottoms up.
Combat boots. Not combat boots. No, combat boots are not good.
You said bottoms up. You better drink, bitch. Fucking asshole.
MMD is shit.
Yeah, we need to keep it.
Combat boots is cheating, ain't it? Combat boots has to be cheating if we're going Mad Max loadout.
Not if we preloaded everything.
No, you don't get a preload. So it's like,
what if you're Doomsday Prepper? And then the Mad Max situation happens.
Well, then you're in your bunker. You're not out. Okay, boy and his dog loadout.
Oh, I'm rocking it out.
He doesn't know what boy and his dog is.
I rock out with my cock out.
You need to watch A Boy and His Dog.
God bless you.
It's just a really hardcore post-apocalyptic movie.
I don't know what it is.
Dude has a telepathic connection with his dog.
I'm not buying.
We're at 140.
Yes, we are.
I think we call it.
I think it's time to wrap it up. I can't keep my eyes open much longer.
We can call it 140. You're a working
It's
man, right?
5 o'clock.
All right.
That thing's wrong. It has to be. Yeah, it's not 5 yet.
It's
almost 4.
It's almost 4.
What time is it? Where's your phone?
I don't know. My phone's on me because you bitched at me for it.
Good.
You all have
shit. It's 5 o'clock.
It is?
Yep.
Yeah. Good night.
Peace.